and welcome to Club 7, episode 13 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. We're away to Fenerbahce in the Europa Conference League, and then at home to Tottenham in the Premier League. So let's get straight into it, and the team to make the trip to Turkey is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the lineup for the game against Fenerbahce then, and it is Simon in goal, back four of Carlos Roberto, Botman, Gomez and Svoboda, Gertruida behind Dewsbury Hall and Elliott in midfield, Brable's on the left, Ansu Fati on the right and Evan Ferguson up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants them to pick up where we left off last time. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. So we will point the finger and go with that. Let's get into the tunnel. Both teams come into this in good form. How do you rate your chances? They're a good team, but we are going to relish the challenge. What are you doing to ensure the team picks up where it left off? We have to keep playing well. Dennis Simon's been in good form and starts again. He's playing very well. So let's get into the match and see if we can grab the win and strengthen our position in the league standings. As you can see, we're currently second in the table behind Villarreal. And it is Dewsbury Hall with the corner for Newcastle. And the header is over the top by Carlos Roberto. And it's a goal kick, but the highlight comes to an end. And Fenerbahce have had a good start as well. They're on 7 points as well as it stands. So it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Especially away from home. But if we could pick up maximum points today and keep our 100% record in the competition going, that would be really encouraging and would put us on the verge of qualifying. Dewsbury Hall plays it into Brable's. Dewsbury Hall again. Carlos Roberto back to Botman, who plays it into Dewsbury Hall again. Through ball for Evan Ferguson. Plays it out to the right for Ansu Fati, who's in on goal and can't beat the keeper. We'll have a corner. And it will be Dewsbury Hall with the in-swinging left-footed corner. And the header up in the air is cleared by Berat, but only partially. Dewsbury Hall's cross. And the follow-up is tipped wide by the goalkeeper, so we'll have a corner this time on the other side, and it's Svoboda this time with a right-footed in-swinger to the near post, and it's headed away, and the highlight comes to an end. Encouraging opening 15 minutes, but nothing to show for it yet. But we've got another corner. Svoboda again with a right-footed in-swinger. And the header is off target. And the highlight comes to an end. But so far so good. We've not seen anything from Fenerbahce yet. And long may that continue. 25 minutes in and they're yet to trouble the statisticians other than with a foul or two or three. And that remains true at the half-hour mark. So let's demand more. And yeah, I think we can agree with play for set pieces. I think that's a fair enough idea. And it is Carlos Roberto to Dewsbury Hall. It's crossed in by Roberto. Cleared away, but only as far as Gomez, who turns, goes back to Botman. Botman plays it to Carlos Roberto into Dewsbury Hall. Carlos Roberto back to Botman again, who gives it straight back. Dewsbury Hall switches it this time but gives the ball away. Szymanski plays it through for Yunus, and they're in for the first time, and Yunus Guva has found the back of the net, and it is Fenerbahce 1, Newcastle United 0. And I think we've just found out why they're as high up the standings as they are. Demand more. And see if we can work out where the hell that went wrong. And I think it's the fullback positions primarily that are letting us down at the moment. We've given the ball away again though. And it's Erkan. Plays it into Morafan, and Demirovic is in, and Ermedin Demirovic has doubled their lead. It is Fenerbahce 2, Newcastle 0. So we definitely need a major shake-up at half-time, and it is going to be defensively that shake-up is going to primarily come, and it's gone from bad to even worse, as Fenerbahce have gone 3 up from a corner, and this game is gone. Now it is all about salvaging some pride. There's no result to be had here. It is all about, can we avoid an absolute shellacking, and can we at least put some respectability to the scoreline, as Berat plays it back to Erkan. Mustafa, square ball to Yusuf, into Szymanski, plays it out to Yunus on the left hand side. He's already punished us once. We do take the ball off him. Svoboda clears it long, and Ferguson gathers and finds Elliott, who gives the ball away, and Ismail plays it to Yusuf, and Gomez has won it back, plays it into Ferguson. Elliott onto Ansu Fati, who finds the back of the net, and it's disallowed. It's offside, and it's half time. 3-0 Fenerbahce at the break. Little bit harsh, it has to be said. They've only had 3 shots on target to our 4. So you're much better than that, I think. And let's make some changes, probably 3 or 4. Svoboda for Vanderson. Carlos Roberto. In fact, no, not Carlos Roberto. Botman, I think, is needing to come off. He is. We'll bring Satalo on. And I am going to take Carlos Roberto off and bring on Connolly. And I will make a 4th change as well. And we'll take off Ansu Fati, who's had an absolute nightmare, and bring on Claudio Echeverri. And I'll leave 1 substitution in the bag for later on in the second half, should we get back into the game and just need a little bit to tip us over the edge. But what we really need to do is score a couple of goals quite quickly. And we're 10 minutes in, no sign of a goal yet. So I'm going to demand more. I'm not going attacking. We're away from home, and we certainly can't afford to concede again. So we need to at least keep the back door shut and take a 3-0 loss, if not get on the score sheet ourselves. Echeverri with a corner, plays it in, it's headed away. Elliott to Echeverri, think he's offside. He's not. And he's got one back this time. And it is now Fenerbahce 3, Newcastle United 1. So we've got one back. And Vanderson to Gomez. To Sotalo. Dewsbury Hall plays it out to the right hand side for Echeverry, who gets to the byline, pulls it back to Vanderson. Elliott shoots, Elliott scores, and out of absolutely nowhere, it is Fenerbahce 3, Newcastle United 2. Now we can encourage, and at this point, I think we take Dewsbury Hall off and bring on Mulan. And hopefully we can get one more goal to level the scores. We've got 12 minutes of normal time to go. And it is Yusuf with the throw in for Fenerbahce. Yunus to Szymanski. Keeper with the save. Played away. Ferguson's dropped very deep. Plays it to Echeverry, who's got an awful lot of work to do, and he's given the ball away. Highlights come to an end. Now we go attacking. We fire up the lads, and let's see if we can manage to pull a rabbit out of the hat. And the answer to that is a resounding no, but we do at least end up with a creditable defeat. Fenerbahce 3, Newcastle United 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a home Premier League game against Tottenham Hotspur. Team for this one, Dennis Simon in goal, back four of Carlos Roberto, Botman, Gertruida and Vanderson. Gomez behind Dewsbury Hall and Elliott in midfield. Fati and Echeverry on the wings and Alexander Isak up front. So let's submit the team and go and give team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me is the right thing to say. Given that last performance, I completely disagree with him. I'm going to say I expect nothing but a win. And let's get out there and do it. So what do I attribute our recent good home run to? Hard work. How pleased am I with the recent record in front of goal? All our work's geared towards scoring goals because they win matches. We're professional enough to approach the fixture in the same way as any others. So the fact we lost the last time against Spurs shouldn't be an issue. So let's get out there and put that right. And let's get the match underway and see if we can reclaim top spot. Are Arsenal playing? No, they're not. So a win of any description and we will end up top of the table at the end of the episode. So that is the aim. We have to do that. Manchester United are poised to potentially take advantage of any slip up. So we've got to make sure that that doesn't happen. And it is Carlos Roberto with the throw in. Dewsbury Hall gives it back to him. And Gomez plays it back to Botman. Carlos Roberto to Gomez. Botman to Roberto. Ansu Fati plays it through and Isak slices his shot, but he's offside anyway. And the highlight comes to an end. And now it's Cherky with a corner for Tottenham. With the ball in, headed away. Echeverry doesn't manage to get there. Cherky plays it back to Van Bommel. Van Bommel shoots and the keeper makes the save, so it'll be a corner. And it's going to be a right-footed outswinger from Cherky. He plays it back to the edge of the area. The shot cannons off the crossbar. And Lombardi finds Van Bommel. Cleared again. And this time they come again, but the highlight ends. And we've escaped somehow. And it's still 0-0. I'm not entirely sure how. So we'll demand more. And we'll start looking at where it's going wrong. As Vanderson throws to Gomez. Gomez back to Gertrude at the back. Gomez again into Dewsbury Hall. Finds Botman. Botman gives it straight to Tresoldi. And Griffiths goes past Botman as if he's not even there. Botman wins it back though. Finds Simon. Gertrude takes over. Botman to Carlos Roberto. Plays it forward for Ansu Fati. Dewsbury Hall. Back to Botman. Dewsbury Hall again. Plays it over the top for Ansu Fati to chase. He gets into a shooting position. Hits the post. And it's cleared for a throw-in. So 35 minutes gone, still 0-0. And still plenty of work to do. We do at least look like we're at least in the game now. I wouldn't say we're dominating, we're not. But we are at least in a match with Spurs at this stage. And desperately need the goal to put us back to the top of the table. So, we can still win it. But let's make a couple of changes to help the lads. Gertrude is shattered. Get him off. I'll drop Gomez back into defence. In fact, I may just swap them round and take Harvey Elliott off for Adam Cockbill. And also Echeverry for Jamario. So a double change. Alexander Isak isn't playing well. But there isn't really much in the way of options on the bench to replace him. Unless I bring Brables on. And then put Ansu Fati up front. So we'll do that. We'll give that a go. And let's see if those changes can get us the win. So we're back underway. And awaiting the first highlight of the second half. So I'm going to demand more because we've seen absolutely nothing so far. And we need a big change in terms of performance and result based on that first half. And I think on 70 minutes I'll make the remaining two changes. We've got to roll the dice and go for the win. Draw is no use to us really. And Esposito plays it back to Andrew in goal. Finds Vivian. Downey goes back to the keeper. Goes the other way this time to Vuskovic. Vuskovic brings it out of defence. Downey gives it straight to Brables, who can break into the area. Brables shoots. And the keeper saves comfortably. So good attack, but no end product. And let's see. I think I'm going to have to make Mario Gomez come off for Christian Dusink, and also Carlos Roberto for Adam Connolly. So I'm not going to be able to make the attacking change I wanted to due to tired legs. But 20 minutes to go. It's still 0-0. And Ansu Fati has offered absolutely nothing so far. But we've got a corner. Dewsbury Hall with the ball in. The header hits the crossbar. And Sosa brings it away. And we will go attacking now. We'll demand more. We've got to take a risk here. And hopefully we can go on and claim the 3 points. There's only a couple of minutes of the 90 left though. And now we're into 3 minutes of added time. And that has passed by without a highlight as well. There is the full-time whistle. Newcastle United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then, and as you can see, with 11 matches of the season gone, we've won 8, drawn 1, lost 2. We've got 25 points, we're third in the league, a point behind both Manchester United and Arsenal, with a game in hand on Manchester United, but not leaders Arsenal. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And of course, we will play Sunderland in the Premier League off camera, and I'll then bring you back for Maribor away in the Conference League and Arsenal at home in the Premier League. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.